Precious cargo, Admiral. And going to the world's only completely invulnerable bomb shelter.
Seaview to Apple 1.
Apple 1, Captain Crane.
We're 3 minutes from lock entry. Status report.
All systems on automatic. Total electronic control.
And your passengers?
The President's enjoying himself. He asked me to give you and General Hobson a message.
Reading.
How about a poker game at Deep Center next weekend?
Message received. Affirmative.
It's a milestone, Admiral. The President of the United States is absolutely safe down there. No nuclear attack can touch him.
Well, let's hope we never have to prove that in anything but a test, General.
This way, Mr. President.
Colonel Mike, how are you, Mr. President?
See you again. General, how are you? Well, this is quite an installation they have here, isn't it?
That it is indeed, sir.
Deep Center to Seaview.
Seaview, come in, Captain Crane.
Full recording system operational. 1400 hours, 14 July, 1978.
System check.
Deep Center complex operational. All systems green. Life support cycles at optimum levels.
We've lost contact.
Fire detail on the double.
Voyage to the bottom of the sea. Starring Richard Basehart. David Hedison. Voyage to the bottom of the sea.
Seaview to Captain Crane. Seaview to Captain Crane. Come in, Lee. No use, they're cut off.
Special cable deep center to the Pentagon. We could tap it and reach them that way.
Chip. Sir.
Set a course for this point to get there fast.
Navigation, company course 071, all ahead flank.
Chief Sharkey.
Right here, sir.
Ready a diving party. Have them stand by.
Aye, sir.
Kowalski, I want to trace the deep center cable. Sing out when the bottom shoals to 500 feet.
Aye, sir.
Admiral, this is Chief Sharkey. Diving party now entering escape hatch.
Nelson, this is a waste of time. Radio the Pentagon. Let them raise the deep center by cable.
I prefer to tap the cable, General. I'm maintaining strict radio silence until we find out exactly what's going on down there. I don't want the Pentagon alerted. I think the President would want it that way.
Well, it's your submarine. And if you're wrong, your neck.
Chip, activate sail camera.
they're looking for the cable.
We have it pinpointed on our instruments. They'll find us.
This could take all day.
It won't.
They found it.
Admiral, we're beginning to get a picture. There's no one there.
The reactor alarm. Something's wrong with the nuclear pile.
Oh, it's impossible.
I agree. I designed that shelter down there, General. Your company installed it. Together, we installed every conceivable precaution. What went wrong?
Lee, can you read me?
Admiral, we've lost all communication. How did you get through?
We patched into the marine cable. Now, what's going on down there?
We've had a power failure. The manual controls on the reactor are locked. I can't budge them.
Any idea of what caused it?
Well, only one that makes sense. The electronic system's jammed. Not a malfunction, but jammed. Nothing moves.
Sabotage.
No, sir. At least not down here. It's some kind of, high-intensity radio beam. It's overriding all our safety devices.
Where's the president?
Just coming in, sir. Mr. President, General Hobson.
Mr. President,
Yes, General?
this could be a hostile attack. A prelude to a missile launch.
As the chiefs of staffs have already considered that possibility, General Michaels seemed particularly concerned.
Consider launching our missiles, sir, before it's too late.
Against whom, General?
You know very well, sir.
No, I do not know. And I don't intend to take any such action until I do know.
If we wait, sir, our nation could be wiped out.
I'm aware of your feelings and your opinions, General. But I have to make the decision. What's your plan, Admiral?
We have equipment aboard Seaview to track this radio beam, sir.
Then do it. Well, one more thing. There's to be no release of this news. No hint that I'm in any danger whatsoever.
I understand, sir. What about the reactor, Lee?
Well, there's no way of telling when it'll reach critical mass. Do you have any ideas?
Only one. I'm afraid you won't like it. Go into the reactor itself and move the dampening rods by hand.
cut communications.
Conserving power. We'll resume when we have something to say.
Sparks has picked up the high intensity radio beam, sir.
Coordinates?
32, 108, 24, 16. The beam has constantly changing frequencies. Sparks is trying to nail those down now. He's found 6 different wavelengths.
6. We use 6 frequencies to control the electronics of Deep Center.
Not the same one, surely.
That could be.
A combination of 6 identical frequencies. What are the odds that someone could stumble on a combination like that?
Astronomical.
It's no use. It's out of control. Get out of here. Mr. President, you know every man here in Deep Center very well, don't you?
Do we ever know a man really well, Captain?
The reactor panel's been sabotaged.
I see. You have a suggestion?
Yes, sir. I'd like to keep one of my men with you at all times.
Agreed.
And I'd like to take one further precaution.
Yes, Captain.
Now, this room, any order for a nuclear retaliation would have to come from here.
Yes, from me, from my voice, my face, and using the code sequence carried by the officer sitting outside this door.
Very well, sir. Now, I'd like to issue orders declaring this room out of bounds to everyone but yourself.
You're right, of course. Hard to believe that a man whom you trust and respect could be a traitor.
I want you to stay with the president at all times.
Yes, sir.
Any luck with the reactor, Lee?
Not so far. The dampening rods won't budge. I'll try to dump some of the fuel.
Well, I don't think it'll work, but try. I'll try. Try anything.
I will. There's been a change in the situation here.
Yes, what is it?
Sabotage. Someone's ripped up the reactor panel.
You've taken the necessary steps?
Oh, yes, of course, Admiral. The president's under guard.
How's he taking it?
He's right here, Mr. President.
I'm well, Admiral.
Mr. President, we're tracking a high-intensity radio beam that may be the answer to our problems.
If this is true, then we definitely face a plot, not an accident.
Yes, sir. And the sabotage in Deep Center confirms it.
Is General Hobson with you?
Yes, sir.
General, you're this country's ranking military officer. As you well know, I never subscribed to your behavior as a peacetime officer. But as a leader in wartime, you are indispensable. In view of the present emergency, I'm ordering you back to active duty. I'll so notify Washington and the Vice President.
Yes, sir.
In the event that rescue operations here prove unsuccessful, you'll report to the Vice President as Chief of Staff.
Yes, Mr. President.
Admiral, we'd better switch off now to conserve power and transmission.
Congratulations, General.
Sir, I strongly advise following General Hobson's course of action.
Your advice is duly noted, General Michaels, but I must make my own decision.
I mean no disrespect, sir, but I hope you won't let the past influence your judgment.
You mean because I had the temerity to retire this country's only living five-star general? There hasn't been a public furor like that since the MacArthur case back in the 50s.
I didn't mean to compare the two cases, Mr. President. The circumstances were entirely different.
General, I'm fully aware of the popularity that action cost me. But let me reassure you, This decision goes far beyond personal feuds or political aspirations. I'm thinking only of the country. Is that perfectly clear?
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. President, the radiation level is still rising. I think you should stay in this room where you are as far from the reactor as possible.
Of course. Thank you.
Now, here's the latest direction finder report, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you don't mind, Admiral, I'd like to be kept fully informed.
Of course. There, General. All of our figures show this area to be the source of the radio beam.
On the mainland?
Yes, the beam comes from American soil, not from the ship, not from the sub. So the evidence is against any hostile action, against an act of war.
That's a dangerous assumption, sir. And a short-sighted one.
I don't agree.
You underestimate the intelligence of the enemy.
The enemy, General? I wasn't aware that we were at war.
Then you're even more naive than I thought.
Are you saying that an enemy has established a base in the continental United States and is trying to kill the president?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, General. I agree with the president. So far, we have no basis for retaliation against anyone.
If I had the power to make the decision, I'd order an all-out nuclear attack right now.
Thank heaven you don't have that power.
You'll see. When the president and chiefs of staff are dead, you'll see and understand.
Got a direction fix on that beam.
Weymouth, Virginia.
I know the place. That's where Weymouth College is. We used to play them in football.
I know it, too. It's a small town. Nothing much there but the college. Doesn't make sense, does it, Chip?
You mean being able to set up an operation in this kind of small place like Weymouth?
Exactly. In a small town like that, everybody knows everybody else. They see what's going on.
Whoever did this could have planned it a long time, made himself a part of the town, made many visits.
In that case, they must have started working on it the moment the project for Deep Center was authorized.
Sir, that project was top secret. Only a few people knew about it.
Yes, I know. Yes, General.
Admiral, I must return to Washington to get my staff together again. And I should be there when time runs out.
Commander Morton will have you back there in less than an hour.
Oh, good. That high-intensity beam, Admiral, have you found its exact location yet?
No. The computer doesn't have enough information.
Well, I'll get my briefcase and join you, Commander.
There's no reason for the General to know until we're absolutely certain.
Yes, sir. I'll set up his flight plan.
Sparks.
Aye, aye.
Pipe me through to Deep Center. I'll take it on the monitor in my cabin.
Aye, aye, sir. Deep Center. Yes, Admiral.
Lee, I'd like to talk to you and the president alone.
Resume your post now. We're alone. Go ahead.
We've traced the source of that beam.
How soon can you reach it?
We'll be off the Virginia coast in 2 hours.
Virginia? You mean this beam doesn't come from a submarine or a ship?
No, sir, it does not. For the time being, I'd like to keep secret the fact that we know the approximate location of the transmitter. Just you, Captain Crane, and myself.
Well, you're saying that General Hobson doesn't know?
That's right. I think that a small force would have a better chance to silence it in time.
All right, Admiral. I accept your judgment.
Thank you, sir.
Control systems are at it. Fully these in action. Sparks, keep a fix on that beam.
General Hobson from the Pentagon on a scramble.
Put him on.
Good evening, Admiral. As you can see, your flying sub delivered me safely. Have you pinpointed that transmitter yet?
We have a fix on a coastal site.
Oh, what are the coordinates?
For your information, General, Seaview was hit by the same high-intensity beam.
What's your situation now?
Well, he's taken evasive action. We're all right.
Splendid. Your target, what area?
I'm sorry, sir, but that information is classified by executive order. Of course, if you want to contact the president...
No need. Our own tracking station has picked it up. It's in the vicinity of Weymouth, Virginia. That's where you're heading, isn't it?
I repeat, sir, that information is classified.
Well, I'm heading for Weymouth myself. Meet me at Dolan Air Force Base when you come ashore.
General, I think it's best if you stay... Deep Center was top secret from the very beginning. Only the designer and the builder knew the frequency of those wave transmissions. Well, I make sure we're going to change our plans. Hold the coast for Weymouth, lay offshore a mile, wait to hear from me.
Aye, sir.
Gonna take Sharkey and Kowalski with me on the flying sub. Civilian clothes, concealed weapons.
Pure nonsense. This is no time for spy hocus pocus. I'll order in a battalion of men. We'll surround the town and go through it house by house.
We're fighting the clock. We need surprise and all the luck we can put together.
I want troops in here.
There's no time for argument. If you want to, we'll radio the president and have him decide.
All right, I'll accept your advice. For the time being.
Did you bring civilian clothes with you? Make it quick, General. Operational?
Yes, sir. What frequency?
Seaview.
You want, sir?
Badger to Sea Dog. Badger to Sea Dog.
Sea Dog, come in, Badger.
That matter we discussed.
Yes, sir. White Horse Complex.
Get it to Deep 6 at once.
At once.
Affirmative and out.
Deep Center.
This is Seaview. I have a message for the president.
This is the president. Go ahead.
The message is from Admiral Nelson. Consider the possibility of treason, not hostile action. Consider the emergence of the man on horseback.
Admiral Nelson said that?
There's more, sir. He wants you to know he has a suspicion. A man who wants a preventative war against the enemy, who believes that the only way to save his country might just go this far. That's the end of the message.
Did he mention a name?
He said you'd know the man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chip. Out.
It's fantastic. The thought never entered my mind.
But the Admiral must have evidence, sir.
But General Hobson.
Yes, I know. I've always admired him.
If it is an internal plot, we can expect a nuclear holocaust in a matter of moments.
But there's still a chance of the Admiral finding that transmitter.
A slim one. If Hobson's behind this, he'll do everything possible to stop him.
Well, there's still a chance it could be an enemy action.
Well, that's hardly a comfort. If it is, we can expect an all-out missile attack any minute. Perhaps in seconds. Come in here, please. Get that code out. I may need it in a minute.
Mr. President, just give the Admiral another few minutes.
This is the hardest decision any man ever faced. If Nelson's right, if we are dealing with internal treason, then I must make no move. I must do nothing but wait. On the other hand, if he's wrong...
Kowalski? Chief. Chief.
Sir?
This is a special signaling device. Reads my heartbeat. Sends out a continuous signal as long as I'm alive. Yeah. You take this. A watch.
And when this thing starts squealing, it's...
Oh, well, that means that I'm dead. Commander Morton has another one.
I understand, Admiral.
I'm ready, gentlemen.
So are we.
This is a tragic moment, but may prove a turning point for our country.
I don't see it that way.
The tragedy will wake up the nation. Make them realize they need a man of strength and purpose to run the country.
With a nuclear reactor that's liable to go critical at any moment, I'm hardly interested in politics.
Obviously. Well, forgive me, Admiral, but alley fights were never in my line.
Well, perhaps you'd rather stay here.
Absolutely not.
No, we need someone to handle the communication system, to cover us, to keep in contact with Seaview and Deep Center.
Well, if you think it best, I agree.
We'll be in constant contact. We've got a preliminary fix on the transmitter. We can pinpoint it easily now.
Yes, sir.
Admiral, you can expect to be recalled to active duty. The Seaview, of course, will be commissioned and ordered to join the fleet.
Let's get moving. Just one parting word, General. Whatever plans you might have, don't try to activate them until you know I'm dead.
Number 1 to Dagger. Number 1 to Dagger.
Dagger, go ahead, 1.
You have visitors on your doorstep.
We're all ready for company.
You must stay in business until closing time. Repeat, must.
We'll handle the situation.
Report your disposal of the 3 unwelcome visitors as soon as you accomplish it.
Now we know what men won't do for power. This way. The college administration building. The beam comes from there, probably that loft at the top. But the transmitter's not there. There's no radiation. Just the antenna.
What do we do now?
The back of that house, through the arch. You stay here and cover us.
Check.
breaths, Kowalski. Deep.
What gives, sir?
Take the car and go back to the hotel.
Right.
Stop Hobson. Don't let him get to Washington.
You mean you want me to get tough with a five-star general, sir?
Get as tough as you want. He's a traitor. Use your own judgment.
Yes, sir. I always wanted to push around a five-star general.
Come on, Kowalski. Come on.
Hello, this is room 6. You order me a cab, please.
You planning a trip, General?
Get out of here.
I'm sorry, General, but I got orders to see that you don't leave.
Who are you to talk to me about orders? Get out.
You know, well, I got orders to see that you just stay here.
No enlisted man will address me that way, sailor.
Oh, man, I don't know what's bugging you, but whatever it is, that's not for me. So you just might as well make yourself comfortable because, sir, because you're not going anyplace.
Well, I see that whether I want to or not, I must deal with you.
Like, no, in my job, I don't make deals.
No. Too bad.
You got something?
There's our transmitter. You go in first. Use your eyes, play it cool. I'll be right on your tail.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
I don't believe I've seen you before. You must be one of the summer students.
Well, I guess you could say that. Yes, ma'am.
I see.
Good evening, Dr. Parrish.
Admiral Nelson.
Kowalski, this is Lydia Parrish, a brilliant young physicist. She did marvelous work in the construction of Deep Center.
Kind of you to remember. But you always were kind.
Well, I don't feel very kindly at the moment, Lydia. You've got some large explaining to do.
A Mexican standoff, eh, Admiral?
So it would appear.
I suggest you both take your pistols and put them over there on the counter.
Well, I suggest that you put that, whatever it is, back in the drawer.
Time is on my side. I can sit here as long as you wish.
How did you get mixed up in this? I thought you'd have more brains.
You always were a flatterer. You turned my head, you know.
Listen, there's still time. Turn off that locking radio beam. The men in Deep Center don't deserve to die.
One of them does.
I warn you, if there's no other way of stopping you, I won't hesitate to kill you.
Nor I you. Matter of applied physics, Admiral. An electrical discharge is infinitely faster than a bullet.
Stay away from it and get out of this room. The radiation level's way beyond the danger point. Get everyone assembled in the war room.
The reactor's completely berserk. It's a matter of minutes now.
That can't be true.
General, I'm not a nuclear expert, but I can read dials and gauges.
No word from Admiral Nelson?
No, sir.
You must be wrong, Captain Crane. The reactor shouldn't have reached critical mass yet.
You must have some data I don't have, General.
Even worse, one of us here in the deep center is a traitor, too.
But he's faced with a problem. Because when we die, he dies.
That's not so. The beam was to be shut off before the reactor went critical.
I'm afraid you're considered expendable along with the rest of us in this room, General Michael.
Don't move.
Wait a minute. Let me show you. Let me prove to you how much time we have left. Now listen. Now you tell me how much time we have left, General. You tell me! Guards! Lock him up.
The effects of the weapon I just used will wear off in a few hours. Pain will subside more rapidly.
Well, Admiral, did you enjoy playing spy? And bucking for hero, first class?
I'll never understand the twisted mind that makes you think what you're doing is right.
It's an automatic transmission device, General. Someone is keeping informed on the Admiral's whereabouts. There. You vanished completely.
It's gone. Location signal from the Admiral stopped. Ready the mini-sub, I'm going ashore. At least this hasn't sent out a signal. He's still alive.
Admiral, what's your guess? How much time do you think they have left in deep center?
It's all you can do to wait, isn't it, General? An authentic American hero. The man on the white horse.
History will record me as a patriot.
Right up there with Benedict Arnold.
Dr. Parrish almost forgot under the jacket in this shirt.
I see. Another tracking instrument. This one picking up your heartbeat and transmitting it, Admiral. Now your friends are going to think you're dead.
Goodbye, Admiral. I'm returning to Washington. Dr. Parrish, I leave matters here in your hands.
Excellent work. Relax, Admiral. You did all you could. This miniaturized transmitter really interests me. I may be able to adapt it for our use.
Keep him covered, Kowalski. Sorry, Doctor. I should have warned you. It is booby-trapped. Let's try to kill that transmitter. Right ahead.
Sir, what happened to you? I got a medal from a five-star general. Where's the Admiral?
The Admiral's dead.
What?
The men who killed him are in there.
Come in, gentlemen.
You'll never turn it off on time, Admiral.
There's a locking device.
Transistor is finished. Where's Hedison?
Too late, Admiral. Too late.
Captain Crane, I want to thank you for everything that you've tried to do.
Just wasn't good enough.
Thanks, anyway.
I demand to speak to the Vice President. Highest priority. As the new president, he must order an immediate nuclear strike. I don't care about your instructions. This is a matter of national survival.
It is indeed, General.
Get out of here. This is a time for action. The president is dead.
The President is very much alive, General.
Communications ended. The reactor.
With the beam transmitter smashed, the reactor's under control again. As for communications, I just spoke with the President. He ordered me to put you under arrest. Thanks, Mr. President. I think you should post it for all the crew. They deserve it.
I will.
Apparently, everything's back to normal after a rather harrowing experience.
You know, the president took it very well. He says a man learns a great deal sitting on top of an armed nuclear bomb for 24 hours.
I can think of a number of important people in this world of ours who would profit enormously from the same experience.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea has been brought to you by